Hi all, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for your patience. I know there's been a distinct lack of videos for 12 months or more. There's been a lot going on away from making videos in terms of work, in terms of renovating the house that we've gone through top to bottom, and living generally. We've had a couple of holidays before the world went mad. We went to Iceland at the back end of last year for my wife's 40th birthday. Lots going on, and I just haven't made any videos, so apologies for that. But here we are. There's a new video, and this is about a new chapter, a new journey that we're going on, and it's something a little bit different, something that I've never done before, and I shall tell you all about it right after this. So I had recorded all of this in the car on the way to a track day, or my first track day. And I've kind of told you what the journey is, what the venture is that we're going on. So any of you guys that have followed the channel for some time know that I love my tech, but I also love my cars. I did have my BMW 430D, which I still have and adore. We had in the household a Range Rover Evoque, which my wife loved, but needed to go due to depreciation and the fact that we owed more than it was worth. So it was time to get rid. And after getting rid, the world went crazy with coronavirus and everything got locked down, and instead of driving all the miles that I was driving, I found myself working at home in the main and not needing to have a car each. So we haven't rushed out to buy a replacement for the Range Rover. And ultimately what's happened as a result of that is that my best mate Chris and his brother Phil, who have constantly been badgering me to go and do track days, have been badgering me to go and do track days. And I have been saying, I'm not doing it till I finish the house. Yeah, I kind of finished the house, everything's done. The house has been renovated top to bottom. Everything is finished or virtually finished. There is nothing left to do. And I said that once I'd done that, I'd get a track car and I'd join them. So I have. Any of you that follow my Instagram will have seen that I have bought a Renault Clio RS200 Cup, a 2009 car on 120,000 miles, purely for the purpose of taking on track days. And Chris has pretty much the same car. He has a 2007 Renault F1 197, so it's a limited edition in liquid yellow. And Phil has a 2010 RS Cup, full cup, 200 in alien green, which again is the rarest colour. That and liquid yellow are both the rarest colours. And that's his track car. That's got roll cage in, bucket seats in. It is a proper stripped out track car. Whereas mine and Chris's still have all the interior and can be used to go to and from the shops. Phil's can, but it's just a bit noisy. Anyway, we've both all got these track day cars now after Chris and Phil have been badgering me, and this video basically is the first outing of those track cars. And for that we went to Snetterton in Norfolk. I stayed at my sister's bed and breakfast the night before. So if you're doing a track day at Snetterton, there is a great B&B. I know I'm biased, but it is a great B&B, Forge House Yaxham. It's an adult only B&B, very comfortable, near enough to the circuit but far enough away to get a good night's kip. My brother-in-law, who runs it with my sister, is a wonderful cook. Great evening food, great breakfast to set you up for the day. Really is a top-notch place to stay. Highly recommend it if you're racing at Snetterton. No good if you're anywhere else, but if you're at Snetterton, ideal for that. So I went down the night before. The car was fine all the way down. No issues. I checked it all over beforehand. My chief engineer, Paul, had got the bodywork painted up and I'd machine polished it and got it looking nice and shiny, because I knew that I was going to be the slowest, because I've never done anything like this. But I was determined that although I was going to be the slowest, my car would be the cleanest, and definitely was. It looked cracking. Chris did wash his in the dark the night before and was still covered in tyre rubber from the previous track day. And Phil is quite proud to say that he hasn't washed his for 6 months. I think the dirt is actually holding together some damage from previous track days. But anyway, that being said, we all got to Snetterton on Wednesday the 12th and settled in for a day of enjoying the track day. Now, as I say, I've never done this. Never taken the BMW on track, never been on track other than in a world record attempt, which was a parade lap rather than a flat out hooning lap. So big learning curve for me, and I was expected to be taking a lot on throughout the day. And I did. There's a hell of a lot to learn when you're doing these track days. It's nothing like driving fast on the roads. The apexes come at you quicker and harder, you're braking harder, you have to scrub off the speed quicker whilst not losing too much time or going into the corners too quick. And it all comes at you so quickly, and there's just a lot to take on and a lot to learn. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be a bit of a step up from driving on the road, but it's a massive step up. Real steep learning curve, but very enjoyable at the same time. Also didn't realise how knackering it would be. Anyone that says Lewis Hamilton gets paid a fortune to sit and drive a car around really doesn't understand the peak level of fitness he has to be at to do what he does. I worked out, he would drive 52 laps of Silverstone in a GP non-stop. I've done probably, I don't know, over the 5 sessions, 30 laps of Snetterton, which is a much shorter track, and I've done that in a car with power steering. I've done that in a car that's, a road car. It's not that fast, and I came off and my arms were aching, my back is stiff, and it just goes to show that actually I really need to work on my fitness as well as my driving capability. So that's the next thing to tackle on this journey to getting quicker and getting competent at track driving. So that's the intro to it, basically. What I've done is I've got some clips from the GoPro of the footage. Some of it is pretty good. A lot of it is pretty boring, and it's just raw footage from the GoPro. Feel free to flick through it or not watch it, or whatever. But I'll put that in, and then following that, I'll do a summary at the end. I did have a lot recorded on the iPhone, but like a prat, I forgot to turn it sideways, so it doesn't look particularly good. So I'm not going to use it. But I will try and remember that next time out. So the lads have gone off to get some water, lunch break on the track, so I thought I'd do a quick walk around the cars. This is Chris's yellow F1 197. Completely standard apart from, I think it's on coilovers. Nothing done to the engine. Quite rare in the liquid yellow. So that's his one. This is mine. The RS200, pretty standard mechanically. It's got the sticky tyres on, is the only sort of upgrade from what it would have had from factory. Big sun strip. And this is Phil's, and I think it's got cams. It's been remapped. It's got the interior stripped out, got a roll cage in the back, bucket seats, proper little base car. And that's why me and Chris, I think it's had all these races because we think it's quicker than ours. So they're the cars. So apologies for the phone being held upright. I keep forgetting to turn it sideways, and I know obviously if you do that it goes widescreen and will fill the screen properly. So apologies, I forgot to do that again. I'll try and remember next time out to do so, and I know my phone holder in the car will do that. So I will try to remember for future. So apologies for that. That was sort of the setup of the day and what was going to happen during the day. What I'm going to do now is put in a load of the footage I took with the GoPro. There's a lot of footage on that. I'm just going to put it all in the video. If you don't want to watch it, skip forward through to my summary at the end. If you do, I'd welcome your feedback. I'm sure there's lots of critique and lots of slagging off of my abilities or lack of. Please put it in the comments. Any feedback is a gift. You can choose to take it or tell you to piss off. Either way, it's up to me. But I'll welcome any feedback. I am keen to develop and get better at this. So please do comment what you would do differently, where I'm going wrong, etc, etc. But I shall cut to the GoPro footage that I'll put in there now, and then I'll just come back to the summary at the end. Cheers guys. So then, back to me. I suppose I should just give you a quick shout just to wake you up. I'm sure you nodded off watching me there on track. It certainly isn't as exciting as watching Max Verstappen battle on the Formula 1 circuit with Lewis Hamilton. And people say they fall asleep to the Formula 1, so I'm sure you will have fallen asleep watching me going around Snetterton there. Just wanted to give a bit of a summary on my thoughts of the day and whether it's for everybody. And my big thoughts for the day are, I need to massively improve my fitness because my arms were sore, my back was sore, and I think if I improved that, not only would it be good for my health, it would also help me probably be a bit quicker in the car. It'd obviously be shifting less weight around as well, which would probably help. But I've also want to massively improve where I am in terms of my skill level on track. I think I improved significantly as the day went on. I wish we could time the laps because I'd have loved to have seen how much quicker I did get as the day went on, because I did feel significantly better as it went on, as I gained confidence in the car and the circuit. But I do think that I don't think I ever managed to make a consistent lap with no errors, and I think that's where I've got to work on. It's that consistency piece and making sure that the lap times, we can't time, but they feel the same each time. Would I recommend this to everybody? Absolutely. If you've got the luxury of being able to go and buy a car specifically that you're going to say, well, that's just a track toy, and if it breaks down or if it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world, do it. If you haven't got that position, look at hiring a car for the day, not from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I don't think they'd go too kindly with you taking their Astra around the track, but Track Obsession, who we did the track day through, they hire cars out for track day sessions. I don't know what the pricing's like, I never looked, but they had a few Clios there that they hire out. So look into it. Definitely a good value day. Is it cheap? No, it's not cheap. If you can get the evening sessions at Donington and stuff, it's significantly cheaper. But a full day session with additional driver, I think it was about 260 quid, and then with refund protection on it in case the car broke down before I got there or anything, that was another 25 quid that I paid. Plus a tank of fuel to get there, and a tank of fuel on track, and half a tank getting back and what have you. It does add up, but could I think of a better way of spending my day with my mates messing around with cars? Probably not. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm not even sure I'm going to football this year with Corona going on and all that sort of stuff. So I don't see it as a massive cost that I can't afford to do, and I'll get a huge amount of enjoyment from doing things like that. So I'll definitely be doing more of them. Take your mates along, get them. When we get back to a bit more normal, get them on as a passenger or as an additional driver. Let them have a go, and it's just a great day. Really entertaining. Some really nice cars there. Nice like-minded people there to chat to as well. Just a great fun day. A few thanks to people for helping get the car where it was. I bought the car and mechanically it had a couple of issues that needed sorting, and thankfully Rentune over in Hinckley managed to sort the issue with the dodgy wheel, where as soon as you put the power down it'd just be trying to throw you off the road. It was missing a bush in a track rod, which we didn't know about. And they sorted a strange noise coming from the engine, which was a blocked up PCV valve. So they really know their stuff with the car, so thanks to them for sorting that out. Thanks to my chief engineer Paul next door, who fixed the bumper that was cracked and damaged when I bought the car, and he actually fixed it twice because I put a chemical on there to clean the car and strip the paint that he had put on back off, so he had to do it again. He also painted the door strips, he also painted the door handles, he also helped me wire up the stereo and various bits and bobs. It's been a massive help. Really enjoyed spending time with him and getting the car ready to go out. Thanks to the apprentice Ryan, who's Paul's son, who was equally helpful. He managed to clear some blocked drainage tubes which were stopping water from draining away in the scuttle panel, and also helped clean it several times and do various jobs. Very useful to have him around. Macca as well, good help getting getting the car all cleaned out and ready, and we've machined it and we've polished it all up, and everybody's been involved in that. The car looks a million times better than it did when I bought it, and I've had great fun using it. Massive thanks to my sister and her husband Dan for putting me up for a couple of nights whilst I was down in Snetterton. Like I say, if you're doing Snetterton, Forge House Yaxham, not too far away, lovely B&B, nice comfortable stay before your track day or after your track day. But finally, massive thanks to Mrs. Robinson, because if I didn't have the backing of her to do these silly harebrained ideas, I wouldn't have been able to have got the car and to go and do it. So thank you, Sharon. I can't wait for your foot to be better so we can get you on track as well and see what you think to it. But that was the first outing. The next outing's on the 26th of August, so hopefully we'll get some more footage out soon, and hopefully it'll be a bit quicker in terms of me going around the track, but we shall see. But cheers all for now, and like and subscribe, and look out for the next video. Cheers all.